Hi friends, hope you're doing swell. Hello friends, I hope you're doing swell and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would love it if you stuck around. So we're back with another build challenge today, and I'm going to challenge myself to build a micro home for 8 Sims. I have no clue how this is going to look, but I think it'll be fun for today's video. So enough rambling, let's go ahead and go over into build mode. Alright, so we're over here in a base game world. We're over in Asphalt Abodes because I felt like this was like the perfect lot for us to actually like figure out a tiny home situation. It's kind of long and skinny, so we might not use all of it, but we have no budget constraints either, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead. I think I need to like place this down first. Tiny home. I want it to be a micro home. Oh, I don't want to open the gallery, no. Requirements. So a micro home has to be 32 tiles, and this is actually 32 tiles. So I think we need like a little bit of a different shape. I wonder if I like rotate this, bring it in like right there, and then we can bring this in. It needs to be 32 tiles. 32 tiles perfectly. Okay. And I'm going to bring this down so it's not annoying you throughout this, but let's go ahead and find like a little roof. Now, I think I'm going to do like a classic one. So we're going to turn this one around, bring this over, and bring this back. And then I'm going to copy it, do the same thing, but for this side. Cute. Okay. Let me see if the lighting, yeah, that lighting's a little bit better. Now, I don't know what kind of style or vibes that I want to go. I'm just kind of winging it, see what kind of sticks and fits. So let's go ahead and use maybe some of this. Now, it does need to fit 8 Sims, so that is where the challenge is going to be. And I think also maybe having some type of like, I was thinking like a big door, but that is going to take up a lot of tiles. Maybe we just need like a classic little door with some windows in it. Also, if you hear something in the background, that is Bo Sampson. He is wanting all the attention as he deserves. But let's do this one like with a little cute flower box up front, just because I have purple on today. Dang it. I like this little purple flower box, but I can never turn it perfectly. There we go. Cute. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some windows. I'm thinking just using like some base game white ones. That might be the best bet. Maybe we can stick like a little window right there, and then we put 2 like right here, because that kind of works. Let's use some cute like little flower boxes. Honestly, these are pretty nice, and they're not flower boxes, but they're the little flower trellises from Get to Something. Let's take that off though. I might just use one of these classic ones from Cottage Living, because these are really cute. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and look at a roof. I'm just thinking like some classic shingles might be the best bet, and then perhaps we can do like a light brown color for the exterior. I was thinking paneling, but that's kind of like bombed and depleted. But maybe we can do some of this vertical from Businesses and Hobbies and just kind of place that around, and then we can take that swatch off, go over to white just to give us a little bit more of like an accent color. Let's find one that might look the best. This? Nah. This? Nah. These? Maybe. Do something like that. It's clipping just a little bit, so I'm not that big of a fan of those. I'm gonna go over to base game. These columns are like a little too shiny. Maybe we do these. Cute. Okay. Now I'm gonna take these swatches off just because as I'm looking at this house, I'm like, something up here needs to change. So I'm gonna go back over to wall patterns, and then I'm gonna go by cats and dogs because they have that really pretty like shallot. I think this will look really pretty up top. So maybe we just use like a light brown. Come on, place up here. Thank you. Cute. Oh, that's adorable. So I'm going to do a montage like I typically do. I'm going to do some of the landscaping, and then we can go in and start furnishing this house for 8 Sims. Alrighty, so this is what I came up with for the exterior. So in the front, I didn't use the entire lot like I typically do with my builds. I just didn't think that like this little area needed the whole lot. And then of course you can decide to like expand it depending if you live in this house or not. I will add it to the gallery, which I've been really good about adding a lot of my builds over there to the gallery. But we have this little awning over here, and then we have 2 sleeping bags, which counts for 2 Sims to sleep in. And then over on this side we have somewhere the grill, we have like a little cooler, we have some gardening plants, a really pretty landscape that's kind of closed off from like the openness. And then we also have a tent that also has 2 Sims that can sleep in there too. So outside we have about 4 places for your Sims to sleep, and then I also gave them a food source. And then they do also have an outhouse where they can get like their bladder and they can wash their hands so they can get their hygiene needs up as well. Going indoors, I did remove that wall that was in here just because I want to kind of see and plan out a color scheme with you. So let's go ahead and just go and find like a little saucer light so we can actually see what we're working with for today. Let me just place maybe 2 of these down. And I am going to do hardwood floors. I don't know necessarily right now how we're going to structure the bathroom, but I do want to put some floors down just right now, and maybe not those. I've been really obsessed with these recently, so let's go ahead and use that. Then we do have some purple going on, so what if we bring that purple back indoors and we could just do like a light color? Like that's really pretty. Also this fuchsia color is gorgeous, so maybe we do something like that. So let's figure out some type of floor plan because this is going to be a little tricky. Now I was thinking, since this is the entryway, what if we do like a 1 tile bathroom over on this side and go ahead and copy another like little saucer light. I think I'm gonna do the tiny one, yeah, and then we can just do like some white doors just to kind of keep it looking as big as possible. I think having like brighter colors are going to be in our favor for this. So let's see which ones might work a little bit better. We have these from Seasons. It honestly, not bad at all. So let's do that. And then I'm gonna go in, maybe we could do white tile. Don't typically use that. So maybe we do white tile, and then we can go back over to that growing together tile. I was gonna say maybe that pink. I'm not crazy about it though. Maybe that yellow, because that is pretty. And then we can add a window too, but I'm gonna go into aerial view because that's gonna be a little bit easier for me to actually kind of see what we're working with for this layout. So let's get the essentials down. I think we're gonna probably have to use some tiny living, so we can use that right there. And then of course we can add like my little cabinet of dreams that also came with tiny living. Cute, cute, cute. And then we can just add like the little base game toilet paper. I do want to go over to my favorite pack as of recent. Still can't get it to go into the actual bathroom like category, but that is okay. Use this little toilet plunger because that is perfect. Now I'm going to take that off just for a second because I do want to go back over here because I think I want to use this little tiny living bathroom set. So let's do that, and then maybe use this growing together mirror, and then we can just add some soap, a little hand towel, and toothbrush set. I'm trying to think, do we have enough room? Because we have towels right there technically, so that could work. What if we add a little 1 tile shower? And I really like these from Snow Escape. So let's use that in that yellow color too. And I'm going to go back to accents because there's some soaps that came with Snow Escape, and I think that'll be nice. So hopefully you can see this, but I'm going to add the little soaps right there. Then I'm going to go back over to the sleek bathroom kit, show me everything, and then we can add the little loofahs and stuff right there too. And since we're kind of limited on space, I'm wondering, what if we use, I was gonna say, what if we use one of those, but I don't think we should because we have like little clutter that looks like there's stuff in here. So maybe we can just use like that really pretty plant from Businesses and Hobbies because it kind of slots. And we can just slide it like right above because that works. Out of sight, out of mind. And I'm going to go back over to base game. We are going to do white. I want to get like a little, oop, that's a big window. Like a little window. Like right up there, up top, because that natural lighting is going to be really nice for this little bathroom. But there you have it. That is a functional bathroom. It's cute, it's got clutter, and it's also like functional as well for your Sims. Like the loofah is not functional, the soap is not functional, all this little stuff not functional, but it's cute, like little clutter is what I mean. Okay, now This is where it's gonna get a little tricky. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off just because we need to figure out maybe like a bedroom situation. So we need to house 4 more Sims, and I'm thinking the bunk beds are gonna be our best bet. They're not the cutest, but they do work. I don't think I wanna go too rustic, but maybe we can do like one right there, like this. The only thing is that that sim won't be able to get in there, but we could do something like that, which honestly kind of works. What colors do we have? I like that purple. I like that. I like that brown. Maybe we keep up that brown theme. And I think both of those beds are actually from Dream Home Decorators, so I might just go over to that pack. Maybe we can add like one of, wait, hold on, can I place 2? I don't think that's functional, even though it slots, but that might just because I have move objects on. But let's place that bed. Wait. Big brain. Let's move this around. So that's 2 Sims, 3, and then we just need 1 more bed, and that counts for the 4 that's gonna be in the room. And we can honestly get like a little kiddo bed and stick it back here. Or we can do a bassinet, because that could also work too. Okay, now we need to figure out some like colors. Oh, I like that blue. Let's do that teal and that blue. I think I like this. That works. I might scooch this over just a little bit so we're able to put some curtains down. And I am going to use my favorite ones. These are just so gorgeous. I love them. But let's use that. And then maybe we keep that one open. Yeah. Okay, let me go over to Tiny Living. Tiny Living was one of my first packs that I got when I first started playing about 4 or 5 years ago. I got this pack in Cottage Living, and 10 out of 10, I love them. They're really cute, and they're really good for like low clutter bits. So I want to put the kitchen like over there. So I'm thinking, what if we put like our TV over here? If I hold down see, it happens every time. When I learned how to do that all placing, things just get all out of whack. Let's see. Is it central? Yeah. I just want to place that up a little bit more. And then I want to put some shoe clutter under there, which I will do in a second. But this functions. It has like a radio. It has like a bookshelf. So you have a lot of little clutter right there, which is really nice. And it's perfect for this little area. We can honestly do maybe like a little dresser situation if we have room. Because it would be nice to have somewhere for our Sims to actually get dressed. And we could put it like over here. Could we stick it like, we do like that white swatch, and then we put our tray of dreams right there. And I won't use everything from this pack, so let me go ahead and take it off because I got excited. So I started pulling a bunch of stuff from over here. But then we can put like another little mirror of some sort over here. Maybe not that one. That one's a little too big too. Might just use this one from Growing Together again. Let's put a coat rack, and then I was thinking some shoes. The shoes might be best like over here. And maybe we'll do without the coat rack this time around. Let's go ahead and look for a comfy, cozy little rug. And I'm thinking maybe, this is so plain, so maybe we use like one of my favorite ones from Growing Together, because this is really nice. And that default swatch honestly works, but maybe we do something like that. I'm gonna get an ottoman to put at the end of the bed, just so there's like another little place for your Sims to eat and sit. So let's use this one. And then perhaps we can get like some type of light source or a plant. Let's do a plant instead. Plants. Which one? Kind of like this one from Crystal Creations. So what if we do that right there? Cute. Okay, now let's go over to kitchen because we need to figure out like a little situation. We can give them central AC, and we can give them a little burglar alarm, which would be nice. Probably would stand to having like a floor mat, like a doormat. I know we were supposed to do kitchen, but now I got sidetracked. So let's do, it's like a bathroom mat, but I like that, so let's use that. Okay, let's go back over to kitchen. Alrighty, for our kitchen setup, it's gonna have to be very, very teeny tiny. I kind of want to use these. These are some of my favorites. So what if we do this? We swoop it around, and then we can do like a little matching stove. Do it in that purplish color. And then we do another cabinet. Because then I'm wondering, no, dang it. Hold on. Let me cook. Let me see. what if we do, and then we can, no. I was gonna say, maybe we can do like a little bar situation, but that didn't really look right. So let's just do this. I kind of like that layout that it was in. Of course, you probably wouldn't have the sink right next to that, but this is The Sims. They don't really care. So I'm gonna go back over to Tiny Living. Show me everything, please, and thank you. I'm gonna get these little mugs. And then I'm not gonna clutter that up just because they need like an actual proper surface to cook on, but we can give them some upper cabinets. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna do like one big one right there, maybe a teeny tiny one right there, and then we can put our little detector right there, which is what I typically like to do. Let's go ahead and get our little anti-fatigue mat of our dreams. Is there any other colors? Maybe that blue would be pretty. And maybe a money bin, because they're trying to get their money up, and that'll be nice. Cute. Oh, I like that. And they have places to sit outside, so technically we don't need that really in here. But I do think I want to add another window of some sort. So what if we add like 2 more windows? Because that would be nice to give them some more like brightness in their house. Stick that right there. That's fine. Oop. No, it's not. Move this over. Grab those again. Do something like that. That is cute. I like this. Maybe we can do like another little plant of some sort. Just like a little one. It can even be something like, yeah, hanging. That might be better for like this small space. So we can do that. And then I might go over to, let's see, kiddos. Because we don't have much kid stuff. We can add some little building blocks out there in that color. And then some little toys. So we have the kids like needs kind of done and dusted. It might be beneficial to have some type of little desk. So let's do that because it'll be good for like their entertainment. We can do this one from Tiny Living. What color? Kind of like that white. I want to use a chair from Discover University. Not Discover University, from High School Years, because they have some really pretty little swatches. But I'm not really seeing any I like. So maybe let's just go by blue. This is a little cute blue house. Get like a little laptop, and then I'm thinking of doing some like wall sconces. So let's go over to Growing Together. Yeah, do one right there. Nice to have like 2 in here. Because could I get rid of this light? Yeah. Let's get rid of those 2 lights too. Put a central light right there, and then we can add like another little sconce. Maybe one like right above the baby's bed. It's a little dark. Just a little dark, so I might go back. Let's get like a saucer light in this room. Cute. Okay, so we don't have any artwork really, but I don't really think we have like the space to put it. I can check just to see and make sure, but I don't think so, y'all. Is there any like other like little clutter bits that we can add? Let me see. Could we add, it's like right in front of baby's bed, but I mean, they're tight on space, so they kind of make do with what they got. Maybe something like this. But there you have it. That is our micro home for 8 Sims. It honestly turned out really, really cute. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did, make those fun things like give it a big ol' like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as press that bell notification so you're notified each and every time that I post. Until next time, friends, I hope you are doing swell, and I will see you very soon. Bye!